Your Excellency, there is a strong feeling among Ugandans, especially users, that you have abandoned them to the economic shaft. For instance, Ugandan businessmen and women are being displaced from premises owned by millions. They are paying charged rent in dollars. They don't get any portion from government. These are women who have been earning money in the markets. The markets have been taken over by the economic shafts, the capitalists, through tendering. They don't hear anything from you, who in 1986 said that you were the president of the whole. It is this frustration that is forcing some of our youth to these guerrilla activities. So people are wondering what happened to the president of the whole. Expose them to.
First of all, political science. MIRUNDI is calling urban traders peasants. These are not peasants. Let's first of all settle that. These are not peasants. These are traders. You can call them traders, you can call them urban low-income traders, but they are not peasants. Peasants are not traders. Peasants are the ones who depend on growing crops or raising animals. These are the peasants. That's number one. Number two, I need to study I have some study, but it's not complete. What I know is that during the decline of the economy in the 1970s under Amin and Obote, one of the adverse effects was the informalization of the economy. The economy became completely informal. The formal sectors broke down. They were replaced by the informal sectors. You know, the cutway fabrications, you know, this, because the imports were not there. Then the Magendo people who were selling from Dubai. You go to Dubai, you bring things in a briefcase, you sell them, you go back. Now, as the economy becomes formalized, I wouldn't be surprised if such people are being squeezed out of the economy. But this is good for the economy. It's not bad for the economy. Not necessarily bad, unless you show me how bad it is. And maybe I will invite you and we'll talk about it. For instance, if a big importer, instead of bringing things in a briefcase from Dubai, if he imports a whole ship, things would be much cheaper. He will be able to sell more cheaply than this one who is going to Dubai, you know, bring things in a briefcase and then go back. You must understand that. This is not bad for the economy. Because this fellow will import a whole container. Or, I don't know how they do it, but what I know is the principle. Importing in small quantities as opposed to importing on a big scale. Now, you think that is bad for the economy? You'll have to come and show me how bad it is. Then you come to the rents. The rents, because what you are talking about is a very dangerous principle. You seem to say that the government should intervene and put rent control. Should order the Indians and say, now you must not charge more than so much. Now that's very dangerous. The implications of that are very dangerous. By not controlling the rent, that's how Kampala has been built up like this. We don't control rent, so a lot of people go into houses, into building, in the hope of reaping profits from building. As a consequence, a lot of houses are built, and eventually the rent goes down by market forces rather than by government control. You remember MIRUNDI, what happened to transport? You remember transport, passenger transport. We never intervened. We allowed the UTC to die. UTC to die, People's Bus of Jinja to die. Now, what is the situation of transport now in Uganda? It is excellent. How about cargo transport, the lorries? You remember 1986? Ooh, transport was very, very difficult. But what is the situation now? When you have a lorry, you may park it at the car park and you don't have anybody to hire it. Is that not the situation now? Eh? There are so many lorries now, there are no people to hire them. Is that not true?
It's true. But the premises, the business premises are
Okay, you will tell me about the business premises. That one I have not studied, so I cannot answer it. But in principle, the liberalization, I have given you the example of passenger transport. You all agree that liberalization helped all of us. Number one. Number two, on the question of cargo transport, by road transport, liberalization helped tremendously. So now about the premises, I have not studied, and I'm ready to study that. But in principle, liberalization is a very good answer.